Alright, hey guys, it's Punk Reviewer back here for part 3 of my audio of a lagaga. Same one I just got through. As you know, if you actually got to this part. Talking about Bionicle and Hair Factory, which probably just sounds like a cluster flup of, see what I did? Of just me talking and rambling on about basically just different things about Bionicle and Hair Factory. There is one thing I did forget to let out. One thing that runs through my mind all the time is toys of like decades. Like there's this thing that is of the decade. It's like, these like the 80s and the 80s kids had this, 90s kids had that, the 2000s kids had that. Really, to me, it seems like the 80s had, and it'll get to this point. I'll show you. The 80s really, to me, had Transformers, G1. That's what they had. Don't mean to diss. I love Beast Wars. Trust me. I love Beast Wars. I'll watch Beast Wars. I'll watch Beast Wars over G1. I said it. I'm gonna get hater comments so bad for that. I do watch my G1 because really I didn't grow up with it. It was never on when I was, I watch it. I was born in 91, people. That's when they started re-showing it. Yeah, for G2. But anyway, 80s they had their Transformers. The 90s had Power Rangers. They had their toys. They had the action figures, the Megazords. They had it. 90s was where Power Rangers were king. 90s kids like me. I'm kind of a hybrid because I had most of my early childhood in the 90s, and then my little bit. Then it was my late childhood was in the 2000s. The first decade of the 2000s. 00 to 09, but that's why I like Bionicle. Excuse me. But here's the thing that differentiates those series, the Transformers and Power Rangers. Well, I will not diss because I love Power Rangers. That is the most definitive show of my generation, is of my, people that grew up in my generation. That's the definitive show right there. Hands down, you say, what is one of the best shows you watch that just defined your childhood? Everybody would say Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They would say it. Because that was the one that was the best. Because, Zeo was... Because to me, Zeo was like Beast Machines to me. It just made me sad, wanted me to watch the older series. Zeo and Beast Machines did the same effect to me. Zeo wanted me to watch Mighty Morphin really bad, and Beast Machines wanted me just to want my Beast Wars back really bad. Because Zeo teased you with the old costume. It's like, and then Beast Machines was this. It just got really weird watching it because it was just all this darkness. I understand because Cybertron's really not active at the time, but it just got bland a lot in Beast Machines. Beast Machines was nowhere compared to Beast Wars. But anyway, getting off track. I'll go to that for another vlog. The reason Bionicle has something over those actually is that Bionicle never had a TV show. I understand G1 is notorious just for being the cartoon to sell the toys. That is what it was made. It was toys, then the cartoon. I know a lot of cartoons do that, but really, that's what G1 was. Toys, then cartoon. That's what it was. That was the thing was toys in the cartoon. That's why you had so many freaking characters on the show. It was to sell the freaking toys. I understand every cartoon really is that, but Transformers was the one just to like do it on a massive scale. Because I know Power Rangers, yeah, it's to sell toys too. But really, the show kind of came first. To me, at least, I saw it as the show was the first thing. And then, to me, it was the show, then the toys. But the Transformers, you can tell it was toys and show. Not to diss it, G1's good, but I'm saying that's what it was. That's why there's so many Transformers. And that's why, really, Power Rangers, they had different toys, but it wasn't like they were introducing one every episode. Only in bad guys, that's all. But they didn't make bad guys. They didn't make toys for every bad guy. Anyway. What really got Bionicle, especially the older ones, the original team, the original 6, 7, if you want to count Takanuva, got them so popular was because of the people. I will say Bionicle really is, if a toy is that good, that all you need is just some television advertisement, and you make a toy that big as it was, you are a genius. Without, with just commercials and no any kind of show. Because really, that's what a lot of shows are. They're kind of just sell toys. Bionicle didn't have a show. They had movies, but their first movie came towards the end of the first team of Toa. Came like, what was it, 2 years after the release of Bionicle is when we finally got a movie. So it's basically word of fan. It was more of a word of fan. It was more of a word of people to get it to sell. It was more of a word of people. I remember. I know I'm going back to. I know it's just should just say Bionicle vlog. That's what I should call this. But my cousins, or I'm not the one who found out about Bionicle. My cousins did. They had some kind of little booklet before. I think it was right in the beginning of the summer of 2001, where it had a booklet that had all the It had the what they called Tahunga then, the Turaga, and then the Toa. Well, I would probably say more like the Turaga and the Toa, because the first Tahunga, Matoran, were those McDonald's things. Those McDonald's promos, which sadly were the only the only Bionicle McDonald's toys to actually be buildable. The rest of them were just figures. It was sad. I was sad because I was like, oh, I'm going to get... Because when the Nike toys came out, I was like, okay, I think I'll get a kids meal, see how these are. And I'm like, what the... Wasn't even a buildable set, just an action figure. That's what saddened me. Because I remember they had, before Bionicle, I think it was around 98, they had a little... Getting off track again. They had like this little, like they were cars or boats you could build, and they actually give you little Lego pieces that you could use with your other Legos. Makes me sad what they do these days. And of course they told me, it was like, oh, they said the Turaga were their kids and all this stuff, because really, you can make an assumption they were shorter. You'd think they were kids too compared to the Toa. But no, we found out it was just it was others, other people, civilians, working, that live there. Found out later. But I remember with my cousin opening up that booklet on that kitchen counter, just showing me all that Bionicle stuff. It's like, oh, that's so cool. And when you get the figures, it's like, oh. It was so cool. Bionicle was best. Best thing to ever happen in the 2000s. Telling you, 80s had Transformers, 90s had Power Rangers, 2000s had Bionicle. Hands down, that's it. Hands down, that's it. That's what they had. That's what those generations had. And I kind of was lucky to have Power Rangers and Bionicle. But anyway, so I'm not gonna go drag this on for a 4-parter because you guys are probably getting tired of hearing my voice right now. The few subscribers I have at the moment, if you look down below at the date, I don't have very many subscribers right now. But if you could subscribe, it would help me. I'm not a terrorist. I'm not no terrorist. No, I'm an American. Random, yes. In the last few minutes I know I've been taking up the whole 15-minute limit, and YouTube's probably going to slap me in the face for uploading 3 almost 15-minute long videos. A few things I want to say is that if you are actually got through all these 3 parts and you're new to my channel, welcome. I am the punk reviewer. I do toy reviews, but I call myself the punk reviewer because I will be doing reviews on so many more things than just toys. I have movies I'm wanting to review, music. I'll review like movies stuff, any kind of movie stuff, trailers, anything I can find I want to review and put on YouTube. I will do it, whether or not I can put it on video or audio. If you guys don't mind the audio, I'll do some of it in audio. I'm not gonna do all of it in audio, but when I have to, I'll do it. When I have to, I'll have to do it in audio, because my camera does not like to record. The video recorder on the camera just sucks the life out of his batteries. And batteries are expensive, people. It kind of needs lithium batteries to actually work really well. Those can cost a pretty penny. One movie I'm wanting to get reviewed is SLC Punk. If you guys don't know, it's a nice, it's a really awesome punk rock movie set around, it's sometime, I can't remember what year in the 80s, set in Salt Lake City, hence SLC. Stars Matthew Lillard. If y'all don't know him, he's like Soink Scoob, it's Shaggy from the Scooby-Doo movies. I'm sorry if I just hurt your ears. Yeah, he played Shaggy in the 2 Scooby-Doo movies. Trying to think of the other roles he's been in. He was in Extreme movie, if anybody's seen that. Talking about sex advice. That was funny as hell. Any kids, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I get on to say things, certain, like maybe a word or two. I'm sorry. I will control myself with that. I just don't want you to get in trouble with your parents, because it means I will look like a complete jerk. But it's a cool movie. I'm wanting to review it. I got it a couple months ago. Love it. Soundtrack's awesome. A few punk classics I've heard. It's just awesome. It's an awesome movie. Great figuring out your own, what you are kind of movie too. I've got quite a few toys I want to get, on the table and get, reviewed. Like I reviewed Final Stars Tahoe. I got 5 others I want to review. Got some of the new 2010 Mighty Morphin Power Ranger toys I'm wanting to get reviewed. But unless I go somewhere else to another Toys R Us out of my town to get the deluxe Dragon Dagger, I will never get it. I'll be damn lucky if I ever even get wave 2 of the toys on time, because that's how much my town sucks. And I'm running out of time, so I'll have odds and ends reviews. I'm wanting to work on an interactive review, but that may be a while down the road before I ever get that done. But anyway, I am running out of time. If you listen to this whole thing, I thank you. Many thank yous. If you like this or liking my previous videos on my channel, you can subscribe if you like it, and then you can subscribe to see any of my other videos, because I'll try to get better. Anyway, I'm running it really close out of time. So, all right, this is Punk Reviewer saying see ya, rock on, have a great day.